Hello everyone, my name is Holly and welcome back to a review of a brand new book that hit shelves recently. Coming straight off the heels of some pretty amazing fantasy releases that we've gotten this summer, Foul Days takes you to completely new territory, but it left me feeling something oddly familiar. Before I get into the plot, totally spoiler free by the way, I will not spoil an ounce of this book for you, just explain it in a way that'll make you want to read it. I want to tell you what the setting reminded me of. This book takes place in a cold, wintry city not unlike Windhelm from Skyrim. I'm going to overlay some footage on the screen right now of Windhelm just to jog your memory a bit because it is a pretty old game, but this city right here is where this book takes place in my opinion.
It's an old city, I can tell you that.
That's all I could picture, and I feel like that's an important detail that I wanted to mention early on because now you have this vision. So this latest adventure is the beginning of something new, Eastern European based fantasy. The blurb pitches it as Naomi Novik, a pretty popular author nowadays, crossed with The Witcher. Now, when I first hear a book is comparing itself to The Witcher, I can't help but roll my eyes most of the time.
Oh god, here we go again.
It's literally like hearing a book being pitched as Game of Thrones.
Are you serious?
Many attempt the comparison, few actually ever come out, but when they do, you better believe I am there to tell you. And vibe-wise, The Witcher is an apt comparison. But for the Naomi Novik part, I'd actually like to change that to T. Kingfisher. I saw way more inspiration there instead. Throw in some pretty intense Slavic folklore, including its monsters that literally hide around every corner, like the ones that are all over the front cover. Oh look, it's Windhelm again. And you have an interesting dark fantasy. Dark fantasy is back, baby, and I'm so excited to see it. Foul Days is the first book to a duology, and book 2 releases in October. That's right, there's no waiting a whole freaking year.
Thank God.
And the story aims to try something a little different with a number of unpredictable outcomes. Bring in our lead, Kosara. She's not a superhero, assassin, chosen one, blah blah blah. She's a talented but underrated witch. And Kosara lives in this city that is basically split in two by a massive wall, and she's on the side that houses the witches and monsters. Her whole life and family are there, even though everyone wants to go to the other side and live a cheery, happy life without fear of being attacked. The monsters that plague the side of the wall are fully realized and beautifully rendered, making it a fascinating backdrop for the story about this witch trying to win back her shadow / power that she had to gamble off before she fades away. Which I kind of pictured to like when Kid Alan got sucked into the game board of Jumanji. Now Kosara isn't perfect. She's not whiny. She reminds me a lot of myself actually. She's not sure of herself because of her past, and she grows stronger emotionally as the book progresses, and it's very beautiful to watch. Now, there is a slow burn romance subplot that might frustrate people who do enjoy romance because of how slow it is, but as someone who would rather read anything than romance, this worked perfectly fine for me. I was way more focused on the monsters and magic than anything else. The book had great pacing with plenty of exciting moments, but also enough slow stretches to form connections with the characters. Oh man, the characters, all such fun profiles, and the relationships between them were especially well done and realistic. I actually felt the connections, which doesn't happen often. There's actually this like buddy cop monster hunting team that develops, and that's a trope that just always wins me over. There were several times throughout the book where I was like, okay, just one more chapter before bed. And it made the pages fly by and had enough substance to the plot to make me feel like I was getting something satisfying. Foul Days was oozing with fun factor. This is one of those books that makes it so easy to talk about and recommend. Reader empowered exploration and rewarding discovery, as well as the satisfaction of witnessing our protagonists triumphing over adversity. It is literally dark fantasy done masterfully. It's rich in detail and intricate in its construction. It's a setting that feels so dangerous and cruel and filled with memorable characters, fascinating magic, and mind-bending concepts and competing ideologies. It's honestly an achievement in world building creativity that stands head and shoulders above the rest. There was a nice sense of resolution, but a perfectly frustrating cliffhanger to keep the momentum going. In my opinion, it is the perfect length as well. It's just under 400 pages and everything felt complete. I am really excited to read book 2 and see how the story ends. I think the story is great. If you have any interest in Faldays at all, then I highly recommend checking it out. I'm a huge advocate for this one. So that's going to be it for today. Leave me a comment and let me know what you think. Have you already read Faldays? What'd you think of it? Will you be picking it up soon? If you like this video, click the like button because it really helps me out, and be sure to subscribe because it supports me a lot and lets me keep doing what I love to do, and that is share my love for books. So until we meet again, happy reading.